Hi, I'm David Davis from ActualTech Media. We're here at the headquarters of DataVisor, and I'm excited to be joined by Yinglian Xie, who is the CEO, and Fang Yu, who is the CTO. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
So DataVisor is a new company to me. I've learned a lot just chatting with you here today, and I bet that a lot of the folks out there in our audience at ActualTech Media have never heard of DataVisor before. So let's start off with the easy question. Who is DataVisor and what problem do you solve?
So DataVisor is a company that leverages AI and machine learning to detect a variety of fraud and abuse problems for consumer-facing online services. So as all of us rapidly getting into the billion user digital era, and the amount of information like we collect and analyze have been in explosive growth. And so how to make decisions in real time in an automated way to decide who's good user, bad user has been very challenging problem. So an analogy is look at when in the past when we want to look up information, we have yellow page out there, but they're not applicable anymore. And in modern days, when everything goes online, we need sophisticated algorithms such as PageRank, employed by search engines like Google, in order to help us navigate and find information efficiently. And similarly, as we get into this era, and all the online businesses need a more advanced algorithm to sift through the tremendous amount of information we have collected and to make decisions in real time in an automated way to help us identify the bad actors out there to help protect all the consumers such as you and me.
Right, yeah, so I mean millions of people are joining these new different applications. Could be gaming, could be things like Yelp, could be signing up for a credit card or a loan, and there's many of those people are fraudulent for one reason or another. So you all are finding the bad guys and preventing fraud before it happens. So tell us about how DataVisor works. Underneath the covers, what does DataVisor do exactly?
Yeah, so we kind of detecting fraud, all kinds of fraud activities for our clients. And if you look at how fraud works in the last 10 to 20 years, the pattern actually changed very quickly. Old days, if you look at David, how your identity may be actually stolen. So how people actually attack you? You may actually someone physically get your wallet and get your credit card, make another plastic card, and then go back a Rolex watch and then just cash out that way. Or they actually take your identities, etc. But in the modern days, attack doesn't work. It still happens, but it's very low fraction. In modern day, most of the attacks are very sophisticated and conducted by advanced criminal rings. They will actually sign up many little accounts, and then each one may actually do a very little thing to go below the radar. And they will actually also take legitimate users' credential, for example, your information from the credit bureau leaks, and apply a credit card without your consent to actually start spending there, so conduct those kind of activities. So if you look at all the advanced attack patterns, the old solution actually have a lot of limitations. So old solution are those writing rules, business rules. Right. Some analysts looking at what the attack pattern look like. I summarize and how to actually stop this type of attack. But as attack constantly change, you're always one step behind because you first got the attack, then you analyze, right? The same thing applies to the supervised machine learning. We are always late when we actually get the label. In some financial institutions, getting label is 3 months late because someone needs to call a credit card company and telling my information is abused. So that's too late to detect those new fraud attacks. From DataVisor, we invented a solution called Unsupervised machine learning, which we are able to detect unknown and evolving patterns very quickly without training labels or historical information. So how we do that is that we are very different from traditional solutions. We are no longer looking at a single user activities. Rather, we are looking at all the user activities and correlate with all the users there and automatically find the patterns. The reason behind it is just like I mentioned before, all the modern attacks are actually conducted by criminal rings. They are organized, so there are subtle correlations among these users. So our machine learning algorithms can automatically identify those without labels, so we can always get ahead of fraud attacks and able to prevent the attack from happening.
I like that. You're stopping the bad guys before they can really get started.
Yeah, when they sign up accounts, we can stop the account signing up. When they actually start compromising account, we can actually stop them at the compromising time.
We try to be more proactive instead of the past way, being very reactive.
Very nice. I mean, you don't want to have insurance just to clean up the fire after it happens. You want to prevent it from ever happening in the first place, and that's what DataVisor does. So tell me about some of the companies who are using DataVisor.
Yeah, so DataVisor solution have been broadly used in 3 different verticals. The first is the social commerce, and where we have a lot of large platforms, portals have a huge user base, and they often are very easy to become the target of these professional attacker rings and trying to basically manipulate, for example, their content and trying to abuse their product with, for example, promotion abuse, etc. And fake account creation is another challenging problem for them, etc. And the second vertical we target is mobile applications, where particular for those applications who wish to acquire their user base. And in this scenario, some of these acquired user base can be fake or fraudulent, resulting huge amount of, for example, financial loss, like ROI loss. And so we've seen many large gaming companies falling into this category, as well as many other like mobile apps who wish to expand their user base very rapidly. And so the third category is what we are more familiar with, that you mentioned, the traditional sectors of the financial sector, of the bankings, financial institutions, and the insurance sectors, where we talk about where attackers could steal other people's credentials, informations, leveraging those identity theft, and as well as to make up credentials, which we call the synthetic identity, in order to apply loans or credit card or even banking account without other people's awareness. And we can also see credit card like loss, like chargeback loss from stolen credit card information, and as well as some other sophisticated attacks such as money laundering.
Okay, and that could cost these companies millions of dollars or even put them out of business potentially. So you all are preventing this type of fraud before it happens. I mean, if I work at one of these types of companies that you're talking about, can you kind of tell me the first step? What should people do?
Certainly, they can look up more information about us, and also the information about this unsupervised machine learning, how it works more proactively, and to discover these unknown attacks from our website and DataVisor.com. And they could also contact us by email or by phone, and to start having the conversations and to learn about this. And we are always happy to talk to our customers and tell them what we've been seeing on the attack trends, etc., what they might face after some of the challenges. And also, we are very happy to help some of the customers to conduct an assessment using the actual data, and to help them discover what they may not know about. Basically, the discover part of the unknown without assumptions. And we find that very effective, and to help them understand what might be actually potentially out there in their user base.
So they may have fraud going on and they don't even know about it in many cases.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Fang Yinglian, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, David.
For more information, visit DataVisor.com.